I thought Michigan State was terrific all night. You know, they'll probably say their defense wasn't great early, but after that it was terrific. We were as good as we could be the first 4 minutes. I look up, we're down 2. You know, they made some shots we weren't expecting them to make. But they were terrific. Shot it well, executed at a high level, really guarded us well. I thought we competed transition defense and on the boards until about the 12-minute mark of the second half. Then we just kind of didn't have it. They just kept grinding us from there and building the lead up more and more. So they're a heck of a team, really good team that played great tonight and shot it. I've done this a long time. I haven't had many teams make 16 threes against you, so they're good. When they shoot like that, they're great.
Coach Turgeon, in fairness to you, you didn't have a full team tonight, but you watched this team in scouting them and watched them in person. You've been around a long time. How good is this Spartan team, sir?
Well, it's one night, so but tonight they were good. I can count on one hand losses like that, numbers-wise. So I've been doing it a long time, but they were good. They were good. I mean, they can be that deep, and they can shoot the ball from all positions, and then their low post game's so good. They're tough to guard, and they execute at a high level. But I think what separates them this year is they're really guarding you. They're really defending you, and you don't get anything easy, and you definitely don't get anything easy by the rim. So it makes it tough.
Coach, we have down up front.
Mark, in terms of the fouls, you know, the other night Checo and Fernando played career-high minutes, pick up 3 fouls total.
Yeah.
Tonight's a different story. Number one, how much did that impact sort of the run at the end of the half, and also just in terms of the way the game was called? Did you feel that, you know, it was as many fouls on you as it seemed to be the other night on Penn State?
You know, it was a huge impact, Bruno's foul, because we had a lob play, and you're not allowed to chuck guys when you go to the basket, and the point guard stepped out and chucked him, and then the foul was on our guy. So that was the hard part for me. But with that said, just because a guy picks up 2, we can't go in the tank, and we did. And then they made a couple shots in that stretch. We tried to go zone, we couldn't zone them. You know, so a lot of the credit has to go to them more so than us being in foul trouble.
Coach, some of the threes you probably weren't counting on, Kenny Goings,
Yeah.
they actually were pretty key in this game too.
Yeah.
During that pivotal point. You talk about, you know, that's probably not in the scouting report.
That's his first 2 in his career, right?
Correct. He was 0 for 1
Yeah.
entering tonight.
Yeah, so it wasn't on our scouting report that he could shoot threes. That's for darn sure. And we were shocked, but he shot it like he's been working on it, and he continued to shoot them like he's been working on it. So yeah, those were big. Jackson hit a couple, and he hit a couple. You know, we maybe could have separated ourselves a little bit early and got a lead, but we couldn't because those guys kept knocking down shots.
Roman, in the back, please.
Mark, was night like tonight really, does it really just underscore how much you guys miss Justin, just in terms of his length defensively, being able to guard the three-point line, and just his versatility? Maybe you guys didn't have that luxury tonight against a really good team.
Yeah, I don't know if we had 5 Justins, it would have made a difference tonight. You know, they're a heck of a team. So we are who we are. We got to get better. And I know this sounds crazy when you lose by 30. We got better tonight. There was times where we were pretty good out there against a really good team that played out of their mind, shot the ball out of their mind. So I'm going to take the positives out of this before we, you know, head home and play Iowa on Sunday.
Okay, we have 3 more questions. One question right there.
Mark, the opening part of that second half, when they kind of ratcheted up the defense on the three-point line, it seemed like that was helping you guys stay in it early. What did they do different defensively? Was it just more intensity, or did they change some things?
I just think they just played. They were more committed to it. I don't think it asked Tom, but they were good. Couldn't get anything good looks. You know, we couldn't go by them off the dribble. Couldn't get separation in ball screens, and then we couldn't come off screens and get shots. And you know, they were just really good defensively. But I think we were on 52 forever. That was the number. Maybe it was 51. We just couldn't get off of it. We had like a 4 or 5 minute stretch where we couldn't score. And I mean, it was an 18-point game at the time, but we just couldn't score there. But
2 more questions right here and then down.
Coach, you mentioned your team got better, and early in this game you were hanging punch for punch, and yet you were still down 2. How was the tempo of this game according to what you scouted, what you wanted to establish? Was it where you wanted it to be, and how did that materialize over the game?
I thought we had, I thought we really competed in transition. We competed on the boards early, so I was pleased with everything. They just kept making shots. I mean, shot after shot after shot. And then when you're playing a team like that, that's good, that they're that good on their home floor, you can't have droughts like we had. We had 2 or 3 just long droughts out there. So it's hard for us. We less scores. We had guys in foul trouble that score for us, so it was difficult. We're still trying to figure it out, guys. We lost even 5 days ago, so we're plugging guys in, and we plugged the big lineup in. We're a little bit better in the big lineup. Now we got to get better in our small lineup. So we'll try to figure that out. But we have guys that have to learn totally different things because Justin did that for us in the small lineup. So it's going to take us some time.
Coach, last question with Don here.
Mark, how much did the foul trouble impact Kevin's ability to get free for shots in terms of setting ball screens maybe, and then also Anthony's performance tonight? Do you think that in a game like this he takes a step to showing how good he's been playing?
And Kevin, it's hard. I mean, they were keyed in on Kevin. That's one thing to answer your question. You lose Justin, everybody can key in on Kevin a little bit more, and we're running a lot more stuff for Kevin, and it's hard for him to get a clean look, and when he does, it rushes. But so we'll see. We'll keep plugging on it. He got 10 shots up, 16 points. Played well, and then Anthony he's just so quick and relentless. I don't like Anthony dribbling all the time. That's not the way we want to play. But tonight, at times, that's kind of how we had to, just to score.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, everybody.